Okay, so let's start today class. In the previous class, we already started the three-phase induction motor and discussed about their introduction part in previous class. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the operating principle of the three-phase induction motor. How they can operate and in which principle this three-phase induction motor operate. Just try to see today class in today class. Okay. So, principle of operation of three-phase induction motor. Principle of operation of three-phase induction motor. Of three-phase induction motor. Okay. So, as already described their introduction part, why it is called the three-phase induction motor is singly excited and three-phase AC supply given to the stator winding. Okay, so just try to see that one. If we recall, then we just say that the stator winding of three-phase induction motor is connected to a three-phase balance supply. Okay, that means a stator winding placed in your three-phase placed in a stator. Okay, one winding placed in the stator, another winding placed in the rotor. Okay, so in a stator winding, we just try to supply given from the three-phase balance supply. Okay, so the stator winding of three-phase, the stator winding of three-phase induction motor is connected to three-phase balance supply is connected to three-phase balance supply. Okay. Balance supply. The flow of three-phase current in the three-phase stator winding produce a rotating magnetic field. At a rotating magnetic field at the synchronous speed ns equal to 2f1 by p revolution per second. Okay, so the flow of three-phase current in the three-phase stator winding, the flow of three-phase current in the three-phase stator winding in the three-phase stator winding produce a rotating magnetic field. Produce a rotating magnetic field. Rotating magnetic field. Magnetic field. The speed of rotating magnetic field is the speed of rotating magnetic field, rotating magnetic field is the synchronous speed, is the synchronous speed that means ns equal to 2f1 by p, where f1 is your line frequency and p is your number of poles of the machine. Okay, so that is synchronous speed is revolution in revolution per second is represented by ns equal to ns equal to 2f1 by p, 2f1 by p, where f1 is your supply line frequency and p is your number of poles of the machine. You know? So revolution per second, revolution per second. Okay. The rotating flux wave cuts the stationary rotor conductor p into ns times per second. You know? So the rotating flux wave, the rotating flux wave cuts the stationary rotor conductors, cuts the stationary rotor conductors p into ns times per second, p into ns times per second. P into ns times per second, times per second, and therefore EMF are induced in the rotor conductor. Okay. And therefore EMF are induced in the rotor conductors, in the rotor conductors the interaction of these rotor currents. So EMF induced, so if the rotor coil are short circuited, so current will flow in the rotor conductor. Okay, so the interaction of rotor currents, the interaction of these rotor current of these rotor current with rotating flux wave, with rotating flux wave produce torque in the rotor of a three-phase induction motor. Produce torque in the rotor of a three-phase induction motor. Rotor of three-phase induction motor. Three-phase induction motor. Induction motor. And as a consequence, rotor being to rotate. And as a consequence, rotor being to rotate. Rotor beings to rotate. To rotate. According to Lenz law, according to Lenz law, effect oppose the cause. Will not. Effect oppose the cause. Oppose the cause. Here effect is the developed torque. Here effect is developed torque. And cause is the flux cutting by the rotor conductor. And cause is the flux cutting. Is the flux cutting by the rotor conductor. By the rotor conductor. Rotor conductors. Therefore, as per Lenz's law, as per Lenz's law, the developed torque must oppose the developed torque must oppose or minimize minimize the couch couch the couch that is flux cutting action. Couch is your that is flux cutting action. This is possible only if the developed torque. This is possible only if the developed torque only if the developed torque force the rotor to rotate in the direction of rotating magnetic field. Force the rotor to rotate in the direction of rotating field. To rotate in the direction of rotating field of rotating field. Rotating field. When this happens, the relative speed when this happens, the relative speed the relative speed between rotating flux and rotor conductor is reduced and the rotor conductor is reduced and therefore flux cutting action and therefore flux cutting action times per second also gets reduced. Times per second also gets reduced for rotor speed. If you consider that for rotor speed, is ns revolution per second is ns revolution per second is ns revolution per second in the direction of rotating flux wave, in the direction of rotating flux wave, the relative speed between rotating flux wave, the relative speed between rotating flux wave and rotor conductor becomes how much? That means synchronous speed is your ns, and rotor conductor, suppose that rotating at a speed of nr. Okay, that means rotor speed, this one you may be, this one what you represent here, this one is your nr. For rotor speed is nr, this one is your nr, is not. Oh. So this is your, suppose that rotor speed is your nr and synchronous speed where the rotating flux wave is rotating at a synchronous speed ns. Okay, so the relative speed between the rotating flux wave or rotor speed in rotating flux wave at an speed of ns revolution per second, and rotor speed is nr. Okay, so rotating flux wave and rotor conductors which is placed on the rotor is not. So this one becomes ns minus nr, is not. So relative speed will becomes how much? ns minus nr revolution per second. Okay, so ns minus nr, that means ns minus nr minus nr, you know, revolution per second. Revolution per second, and the flux cutting action reduces, and the flux cutting action in a starting case, what is the flux cutting? flux cutting action reduces from how much? P into ns time? Is not. Reduces from P into ns time per second, P into ns time per second to P into ns minus nr time per second? Is not. Starting when the rotor do not move in the direction of rotating magnetic wave flux. So flux cutting action was initially at the stationary condition P into ns times, where P is your number of poles of the machine and ns is your synchronous speed, at which speed rotating magnetic flux rotate, is it not? So reduces from the stationary uh, point, that means P into ns time to P into ns minus nr times. Okay, so P into that means P is your number of poles of the machine, of three-phase induction machine, a motor, and ns is your synchronous speed at which the rotating flux wave rotate. Okay, so from P into ns times per second times per second to P into ns minus nr times per second to P into ns minus nr times per second. So that means P into ns minus nr, P into relative speed becomes P into ns minus nr. Okay, so flux cutting action reduces from P into ns times per second to P into ns minus nr, ns minus nr P into ns minus nr times per second. Is not. At the starting point, when the rotor do not start to rotate in the direction of rotating magnetic field, so at that point your flux cutting action was how much? P into ns times per second. But after when rotor start rotating at a speed nr in the direction of rotating magnetic field, so flux cutting action becomes P into ns minus nr times per second. Is not. So P into ns minus nr times per second. So times per second times per second. No. As per demanded by the Lenge's law. Lenge's law का statement भी यही है कि effect always oppose the cause. So what is the effect here? Effect is your production of torque and cause due to the flux cutting action. So flux cutting action is reduces here, that is fulfill the condition of Lenge's law, did not. So as demanded by the Lenge's law, so that will fulfill as demanded demanded by the Lenz law. The Lenz law. No. According, you may be concentrate here. That means according to the Lenz's law, effect always oppose the cause. So effect is here produce the torque, development of torque, and cause is the flux cutting action. Okay, so must be cause minimized by the torque production. So due to this torque, rotor start to rotate at a speed of nr in the direction of rotating magnetic field. So flux cutting action becomes from P into ns times to P into ns minus nr times per second. So that is fulfill the Lenz's law, is it not? So that the three-phase induction motor try to rotate in the direction of rotating magnetic field at a speed of nr, not rotor rotating at a synchronous speed, rotating at a speed nr. Okay, just concentrate here. This so that rotor must rotate in the direction of rotating magnetic field. That means this so that rotor must rotate in the direction of rotor must rotate in the direction of rotating magnetic field magnetic field when three-phase supply is given to a stator of three-phase induction motor. When three-phase supply is given to a stator of a is given to a stator of a three-phase induction motor. Three-phase induction motor. Induction motor. Is not. If rotor is assumed to rotate at synchronous speed, if rotor is assumed to run at synchronous speed ns, synchronous speed ns, means synchronous speed is represented by small ns in revolution per second and capital Ns in revolution per minute. So just may be careful about the unit of the synchronous speed. You don't. So ns, that is small ns, represent your synchronous speed in revolution per second, and capital Ns is represent at the synchronous speed at the revolution per minute. Okay, so that means Ns in the direction of rotating field, in the direction um, in the direction of the rotating field, rotating field, then there would be no flux cutting action. There would be no flux cutting action. Flux cutting action. Cutting action. Okay. So no flux cutting action, that means no EMF induced in the rotor conductor. You know. So no EMF induced, no EMF induced in rotor conductors, in rotor conductors. That means no current in the rotor bars. You know. No current in the rotor bars. If EMF do not induce due to the no flux cutting action, since the rotor conductor and the rotating magnetic field if rotate at the same speed at that synchronous speed, so no flux cutting action take place in the rotor conductor, so no EMF will be induced in the rotor conductor. So that means no current produced in the rotor bars. So no current, no current in the rotor bars, in the rotor bars, and therefore no developed torque, and therefore no developed torque, developed torque thus the rotor of three-phase induction motor, thus the rotor of three-phase induction motor, of three-phase induction motor never attain synchronous speed, never attain synchronous speed. Yeah. So this is the operating principle, all about the operating principle, how they can take place, rotor producing the three-phase induction motor. So just we stop here, and in next class we will discuss another things.